Viewer discretion is advised.
Boom, perfect timing.
At approximately 2 in the morning, Ismo Rincon was returning home from work when he felt disoriented, sweaty, and shaky. Because Mr. Rincon is diabetic, he immediately knew his symptoms were due to his blood sugar being low. Mr. Rincon would decide to stop at a store to buy some juice and snacks. Instead of driving while eating, Mr. Rincon thought it would be safer if he pulled into a shopping center to continue eating his food. While sitting alone, eating his food in his parked vehicle, Mr. Rincon would be approached by Officer Gerardo Jalomo and Officer Carlos Ibarra of the Laredo, Texas Police Department. They would immediately begin questioning Mr. Rincon about his whereabouts and asking for identification. When Mr. Rincon questions why he needs to identify himself, the officers claim he is violating a curfew mandate. They then demand him to exit his vehicle. In 2021, I had the opportunity to interview Mr. Rincon regarding the details of his unlawful arrest. Here's what he had to say.
Sure. I'm Ismael Rincon. I was born in Mexico and raised in Laredo, Texas, which is a border south of Texas. This incident happened on February the 6th. I was coming back from work. I went out of town to do some work. I have a cleaning business. Heading back to home, I felt I'm diabetic. I'm type 1 diabetic. I'm insulin dependent. So I am very familiar when my sugar blood level goes low or goes high. So I felt my sugar level going low that day. I went out to the store. I bought a juice, and I had a couple snacks with me. So I was eating snacks while I was driving. I kind of felt that was a little bit unsafe. So I decided to pull into a private parking lot and finish my snack and my drink. And that's when Laredo Police Department Officer Ibarra and Officer Jalomo pulled behind me inside the private parking lot, asking me questions regarding why I was there and where was they coming from, and those good questions they always do. I told them I didn't have to answer their questions. I clearly told him I was eating some snacks. I didn't tell him why because I felt I didn't need to tell him why I was eating. So he didn't like that I wasn't answering the question. So he immediately got me out of the vehicle, quoting, if I was making it difficult, he was going to make it difficult.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Is there a reason why you're in here?
Yeah, me paré a comer uno de estos.
Where are you coming from?
¿Ah?
Where are you coming from?
¿Cómo para qué o qué?
Huh?
¿Cómo para qué?
¿Cómo que para qué?
Ajá.
You're in a private parking lot after hours, sir. Curfew is at
¿Mande?
6 p.m.
¿Cómo
Curfew
es?
is at 6 p.m.
Ajá.
You're operating a vehicle past 6 p.m. You're in violation of curfew. That's why I'm asking you, what are you doing here?
Me paré a comer.
Okay, where are you coming from?
De donde vengo, no importa dónde venga.
Okay, so you want to make this complicated? We can make this complicated. Step out of your vehicle, sir.
So on that night, when he pulled you out of the vehicle, I noticed that you have your phone in your hand, and then you also have the glasses running at the same time. Luckily, you did do that because what ends up happening to your phone?
Yes, I started recording, and as soon as I told him I wasn't giving him ID, that's when he decided to put me in cuffs, and he turned off my recording on my phone with his hand. So he cuffed me, and immediately after he placed cuffs on me, he went inside my car for no apparent reason. And I was very clear. I was trying to use Spanish because here in Laredo, Spanish is a more predominant language than English. But I realized I'm gonna start using only English because I realized I was recording, so I wanted to use it for my case in court. So I told him I'm not giving you permission to go in my car, and he ignored me. I told him 3-4 times. So then when he was going into my backseat, I told him again, I'm not giving you permission, and he says, I don't need permission, I have probable cause. And I asked him, what's your probable cause? And he says, curfew. So according to him, curfew is enough probable cause to go inside a car and searching for I don't know what.
No.
Step out of your vehicle.
¿Pero qué estás haciendo?
Sir, step out of your vehicle. Step out of your vehicle.
¿Qué-
Just get out, sir. No, to make it difficult.
Pero ustedes lo están haciendo difficult.
No, I'm asking you a question and you're
No te
detained.
tengo que contestar nada, vato.
Yeah, you're detained.
No,
Yeah,
¿por
you're
qué?
detained.
¿Por qué?
Porque te estoy diciendo, you're detained. Put your hands on the vehicle. Put your hands on the vehicle, sir. You have a weapon on you? Charles, what do you say? 38 inside a Blue Moon parking lot.
That's the cop beta, bro.
Okay.
That's how he's doing it.
You have a wallet on you, sir?
No.
What's your name, sir? Sir, your first name?
No estoy haciendo nada mal, no te voy a ver nada.
Okay, you need to identify yourself at this point.
Why?
If not, you're going to be placed under
Okay,
arrest.
first of all, there's a citywide curfew. Okay. If you're not giving me a reason to be out here, then you're in violation. So I need your
okay,
license.
I plead the
We'll
fifth-
cite you and you'll be on your way.
I plead the Fifth
you
Amendment.
can plead the fifth all you want.
Okay.
Just we need your license.
Okay.
We need your license. That's all we
You
need.
don't?
I'm sorry?
You don't.
Okay, sir.
I don't what?
Put your hands behind your back. You can leave your phone recording. Put your hands behind your back.
Why have to make this difficult, man?
You're making it difficult, not me.
Why are we? You drove here speeding, man.
Speeding?
We're not looking. We're not going out there looking for you. We were
Speeding?
here when
Do you have any
we
more
drove-
weapons on you, sir?
Yes, I have plenty.
I don't understand why you're so upset.
Pues, ¿qué están haciendo, mira?
What-
¿Quieres que esté bien contento con lo que
So
están
we just
haciendo?
need your license to cite
You don't
on your way.
need. You don't need a license.
Who told you that?
Hey, no te vas a meter a mi carro.
We're gonna tow your car.
No te vas a meter a mi carro.
Sir, sir,
I don't give you consent. I don't give you consent to go in my car.
sir.
I'm not giving you consent to go in my car.
Okay, I don't need consent, sir. That's probable cause.
Probable cause for what? What's a PC?
Turn around.
The curfew, sir.
That's not PC.
Go. Turn
Talk,
around.
hey,
Turn around.
talk to your sergeant. Talk to him.
Está bueno. We'll call the sergeant.
You don't need. That's curfew's not PC.
Take a seat. We're gonna tow your vehicle, sir. You're under arrest, so it is inventory search, all right?
I'm under arrest.
Yes, sir.
For what?
He'll explain to you in a bit.
For what?
He'll explain to you in a bit. Take a seat.
What am I under
Take a
arrest?
seat. He'll talk to you in a bit.
I need double cuffs.
No, you don't.
I don't. My shoulders pinning me.
Take a seat. I'll get you double cuffs. Take a seat.
I'm asking for double
I know.
cuffs
Take a seat,
before I
and
go
I'll
in.
get you double cuffs. Not a problem. Just take a seat. Take a seat. Are you gonna identify yourself or not?
I need to identify.
Yes, sir. You do.
3802.
302 what?
Penal code 3802.
What about it?
Ow!
What about it?
3802. Look it up.
What about 302?
I don't need to identify unless I'm lawfully arrested.
Well, he just told you you are.
No, he didn't tell me anything.
Yes, sir. Unless you want to get another charge, we'll still get your information. Don't worry about it. All right, put your leg in. I'll get you another cuffs. Put your leg in.
Ow!
At one point, I counted 5 officers at a time going into my car and getting, I don't know what they were searching for, but they went inside my car and they were calling it, at this point, they were calling it an inventory search.
I think it's just a cop hater, bro.
A what? I'm a
I'm
what?
not talking to you, sir.
I'm a what?
Where do you work, buddy?
They don't want to answer that.
Where do you work?
We're gonna get your name somehow, bro. Comply, it'll go a lot better for you.
Comply, just bend over, right? Just bend over. It's so easy.
Man. What's wrong
So
with
easy,
you?
right?
What are you talking about, bro?
Oh, why you so upset, man? You came to us. We didn't.
I didn't come. When did I approach
We're
you?
parked right there. You're driving very fast, man. What do you want us to do? Ignore you?
Am I driving fast?
You were driving fast.
How was I driving fast?
So you drove fast in here. Look how you parked, so we thought something was wrong.
My sugar level was low,
Well,
so
you should have told us that
I don't need to tell you
Well, then
anything.
this is
Are
what
you a
happened.
doctor or what?
Bro,
This is
we're
what
doing-
happens.
We're doing our job. We're just to make sure that you don't get hurt, that we don't get hurt. That's it.
How are you getting hurt? How are you gonna get
We're
hurt?
making sure of that. That's
We
what
have
you
weapons
said.
in the vehicle. We're making sure.
And you have weapons
We don't know your
too.
intentions. We don't know your intentions, sir. Buddy.
Fucking snowflake, man. Stop being a snowflake. Why are you a cop?
Buddy. Listen, I get it. You're diabetic. You came in here for your reasons, and I understand you wanna invoke your rights. I get it. I hear you. Okay. The thing is, for us, Mr. Saw it seems suspicious activity to him. Okay. You're in an abandoned parking lot. We don't know who you are. You're driving quickly while there's officers here.
Yeah.
So they're curious. They want to know what's going on. It's suspicious to them. Okay.
But
Based on Texas law, we're allowed to investigate suspicious activity.
Yeah, you are. But
Okay.
not to ID me.
Okay.
Suspi-
The reason
suspicious is not okay.
the reason we want to ID you is it's really suspicious that you're driving around with a bunch of guns at this hour. Okay.
Is it illegal?
It's not illegal. It's not illegal. But in the manner that you drove in,
Okay.
it caused attention. Okay. You have to understand.
All right.
That's where we're at right now. You got our attention. You did something, that seemed suspicious in a suspicious manner. So we got to investigate. That's our job.
Okay.
Look, I'm not trying to bother you. We don't want to bother you. We don't want to make your light any longer. We want to get you checked out by ambulance. Make sure you're good to go. Those guns are yours. You take off, and that's it. All right. All I'm asking for is a little bit of help with IDing yourself.
Okay.
Would you mind doing that?
ID?
Just your name and date of birth. That's it. That's all we want to know. I don't need to know your address. I don't need your phone number. Nothing. I just want to know your name and date of birth, so we can clear you, and then we can clear the guns, and you're good to go. You'll be on your way.
Okay.
That's all we're asking.
So am I under arrest or?
You're not under arrest.
Okay.
No. He is under arrest.
You under arrest?
Yes, he is under arrest.
Okay.
Okay.
He's placed under arrest. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, son.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Your
the
traffic?
Information. I'm the case officer. He is being placed under arrest.
What's the 95 for?
We'll failure to ID first for the 38,
Okay.
and then unlawful carrying of firearms.
Okay.
All firearms are going to be unlawful carrying of firearms.
Unlawful?
Yes, sir.
Why
I'm
unlawful?
not talking to you, sir. You can place him back in my unit if he needs to get checked out by your team. That's fine.
Okay.
Now you have weapons in plain view?
Rifle.
I saw a lot of guns.
Guns were all hidden. The guns. He's saying that I'm gonna be charged with unlawful carry. I was carrying a BB gun holstered on me.
Yeah.
All the handguns were concealed. All of them.
You carry a pellet. It's not gonna protect you.
It won't. But
You have a concealed handgun license?
no, I don't. I don't need one. So if he's planning on charging me with that's gonna be an illegal charge.
Well, we're gonna charge you for the curfew violation regardless.
Okay.
Give me a second, alright?
You understand that? You're supposed to explain the curfew thing, right?
Huh?
All you have to tell us was that, sir, I got hungry,
But
and you would have been on your way, brother.
but the thing is that I don't have to answer the
If
question.
you're under pandemic curfew, bro, by the city, then you do have to tell us that you're out here to buy food, put gas.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of reasons you can tell us.
So
All you have to say, hey, I went to get a snack. I'm diabetic. I'm gonna let you go, bro.
So is the city above the U.S. Constitution or what?
No, but they passed to city legal, meaning they check with the governor.
So it is above it is
got cleared by the Texas governor. Whatever they did was cleared by the governor.
Okay.
Okay.
So it is above the U.S. Constitution,
the governor
right?
allowed it to happen, sir.
The Texas governor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Okay.
And who do you want us to ask?
Okay, so the U.S. Constitution is irrelevant right now, or what?
What do you mean it's irrelevant? No, sir.
The Fifth Amendment?
Laws and rules, though.
The Fifth
You
Amendment?
understand that when they place a law and they go through the courts, right? And they check for amendment violations before they pass.
So I have to answer your questions, right?
I don't know. You don't have to. Only if you would have told me, sir, I bought this at the store. I was hungry. You would have been on your way, man.
So I have to, right?
Yeah.
You're saying I have to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like when we ask you, hey, man, have you been drinking alcohol?
So I can't plead my fifth, right?
If you want to, but now you're detained per curfew violation.
Because I plead the fifth, right?
Yes, sir. But now you're detained per curfew violation.
Because I plead the fifth, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Well, before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand your rights, sir?
I'll answer questions.
Do you understand?
I'll answer questions.
It went crazy from being under arrest for failure to ID, from you're not under arrest, to you're under arrest for curfew violation, to you're under arrest for pleading the fifth. I mean, the videos are all over. I mean, they were all over the place. So to be honest, when I got to county jail, I wasn't even sure what my charges were, because they were asking me, the deputies in the county jail, what are your charges? And I'm like, I really don't know at this point. They were saying curfew, so I was thinking I was in jail for curfew, until later that I found out that it was because unlawful carry of a weapon, which I wasn't. I did not have any weapons in plain view. I'm a very pro Second Amendment person. I'm very knowledgeable on my state laws regarding firearms. So I clearly know my laws. It was ridiculous for this officer to be saying that I had a weapon in plain view. That particular mandate, it was only for 2 weeks, and that first week happened to be the Super Bowl weekend, and then the following week was going to be Valentine's weekend. So for those 2 weekends, they had a curfew set from 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. But that curfew is very clear. It states that you can be gathered, which in my case, I was a single person. So in order to be gathered, you have to be more than two, which nobody at the scene, nobody understood curfew. Not even the sergeant. Even the sergeant told me that I was in violation of curfew, and he's supposed to be a more knowledgeable person.
In conclusion, Ismo Rincon would be charged with unlawful carry, failure to ID, and for violating curfew. The failure to ID and curfew violation citations were almost immediately dismissed. As for the unlawful carry charge, well, that would take over a year before it too would get dismissed. As of September 2022, Ismo Rincon does plan on filing a lawsuit. I first reported on this case on June 24th, 2021. A little over a month later, on July 28th, the Laredo Police Department Facebook page would release this mugshot of Officer Carlos Ibarra. He would allegedly hit and choke his girlfriend at a bar. He was suspended for 2 days after a grand jury indicted him on domestic violence charges. Finally, on August 13th, 2021, authorities would confirm that Carlos Ibarra was terminated from the Laredo Police Department. As for Officer Gerardo Jalomo, a quick Google search of his name shows details of Jalomo being investigated in 2016 by the FBI for striking a detained suspect. Unfortunately, I cannot confirm 100% if this is the same Gerardo Jalomo that unlawfully arrested Mr. Rincon. As of September 2022, Jalomo is still an active member of the Laredo Police Department.